Hi everyone, welcome on board to Helper.tv, where you get the reliable news that is tailored for you, and of course where you can actually comment and interact.
Some group of protesters, I don't know if they have been sponsored or they are actually doing this because they really need to do it. As I look at them and I see the caliber of the people there, I wouldn't know if they are sponsored or they're actually doing this. They invaded the United States Embassy demanding an investigation into the alleged connection between former Vice President Atiku Abubakar, Timmy Frank, Senator Dino Melaye, and other senior members of the People's Democratic Party. And of course, they connected them to the popular Instagram celebrity called Mr. Raymond Abbas Igbalode, aka Hushpupi. Is a man that moved from Nigeria to Ghana. From Ghana, he eventually traveled out of the shores of Africa. He went down to Malaysia, and after being in Malaysia for some time, probably felt that he needed to do more. I mean, he needed to upgrade, so he moved into the Middle East. He went to United Arab Emirates, and finally, that is where he met his Waterloo. He's a very loud person. He operated with some other 13 others. Those ones, so they are all on Instagram, but he is more or less known to want to take pictures with celebrities, take pictures with politicians, and this is what linked them all together. So, like I said initially, the caliber of people that I kind of that I'm looking at and I'm seeing, they do not look like people that really have it upstairs, and they are kind of connecting Hushpupi and all of those things together. I believe that these people are paid. They are paid, and definitely these people are people that, I'm not telling you that Hushpupi, Dino Melaye, and the rest of these people are clear of, corruption or criminal activities. I'm just telling you that it is not the mindset of those people. Their conscience, their reasoning, their IQ is not, projected, or is not engineered in a certain way. It's not packaged in a certain way. Meaning, simply put, let me bring it down. This group of people that I'm saying here are not people who will sit down, study what is happening around, and decide inside of them, like, look, we have to protest against bad governance. We have to protest against this. We have to protest against that. No, these people will not. These are the group of people that are giving 50 naira, giving 100 naira, giving bag of rice during elections. These are the paid demonstrators. These are what these people are. They look for some group of people. They find one or two lead, and those ones gather these ones and tell them, I'm going to give you 100 euros. I'm going to give you 50 euro. I'm going to give you $50. I'm going to give you 50 naira. I'm going to give you this. I'm going to give you that. And all these people are gathered together and they march down to the embassy just for them to have a crowd. But when you stop them and ask them serious questions to see if they are really activists, to see if they are really concerned Nigerians, you realize that they have nothing upstairs. The group tagged themselves Concerned Citizens Forum, CCF, and they were seen demonstrating with banners, placards on the highway, and marched to the U.S. Embassy in Abuja requesting for the immediate apprehension, immediate arrest of Atiku, Melaye, and other PDP members linked to the fraudsters. The group submitted a letter to the United States Ambassador and the Federal Bureau of Investigation demanding for a prompt action into investigating the alleged connection between Hushpupi, Mr. Raymond Igbalode Abbas. Well, it's terrible anyway. They said that they should arrest them and arrest some other members of the PDP. Now, question you want to ask is this: are the members of APC clean and clear of criminal activities? What about the bullion gang van? This is terrible. This is the nation that we live in, where people demonstrate not because they want to demonstrate. When they asked for revolution and asked people to come out there, where were these people? None of them came out to ask for revolution. So simply put, they are all paid. Some notable words on the placard read: say no to fraud, Interpol act now, Interpol act and arrest Dino Melaye, show me your friend and I will tell you who you are, FBI should investigate Atiku Abubakar, amongst others. This were all what was written on the placards. So when I looked at everything there, I kind of realized that it's all fraud, meaning the people there are fraudulent, they are not truthful people, and at times, even though people are hungry, you need food, you need money, and you do not have social assistance and all of that. That doesn't make you to become this. I know that they've weaponized anger, and they've made it this way so as to make use of people. When someone needs food, there's nothing they will not do. They will go all the way to make sure that they get that 1,000 naira just for them to stand out there for some few hours, and they go home with this. They've sold their soul, sold their life. If the women I'm seeing right there, some middle-aged, some young, some old, if those women I'm seeing out there brought out placards to protest against the government and say, look, enough is enough. We are human beings like you. You are not higher than us. We just allowed you to be there. We need social assistance. Then would have thought about if they brought their children out and say, enough is enough. From today henceforth, we must collect single mother allowance. We must collect money for our children. We must be paid every 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, or thereabout. We must be given this and that. Then we would have said, yes, these people really are protesters. They are activists and they demand good governance. But unfortunately, people who do not even know Dino Melaye, people who may not even know where Atiku lives, people who do not have idea of who Hushpupi is, they are out there protesting. That tells you the lies, because you need to look at the calibers of the people there. You need to look at them and then apply common sense and say, that woman there, does she even have a mobile phone to know who Hushpupi is? Does that person even know who Dino Melaye is? These are questions that we need to start beginning to educate ourselves and not fall for this trash. It has now become a culture among them. It's become a culture. Let us make them very, very needy. Let us weaponize anger. Let us do all this. Let us do all of these things. So whenever we need them, all we just do is to bring a little bit of money out of the money that belongs to them, that is supposed to be paid to them, either as salary, that is supposed to be paid to them as social assistant, that is supposed to be paid to them for housing. Let us take a few out of it. Let us take 0.1% out of it and share to them crumbs. They will definitely fall for it, because they themselves, inside of them, they do not know what they deserve, and many of them are corrupt. It's just that they do not have the ability to steal a lot, and you see them all out there. So it's easy and very, very easy for you to connect with somebody that you have oppressed somehow and is not ready to rise. It's easy for you to connect with someone that is greedy. It's just that the person does not have the opportunities. Those are the people I call typical Nigerians. It's easy for you to connect with them because they are collecting your crumbs and thinking that one day they'll also be able to get to that position for them to be able to do what you are doing, stealing and oppressing the other people. It's terrible. It's terrible. So I don't know what your take is about this. I know that Atiku Abubakar, in fact, 99.9% of all politicians in Nigeria, and also the ones that are appointed. Do not think politician, only the ones that you voted in. The ones that are appointed, such as the one in the EFCC boss that was recently kicked out. All the appointees and politicians, all of them, 99.9%, they are criminals, both dead and alive. That's it. They are all criminals. So I do not see any saint among them. So protesting against one person, investigate this and all of that, it's fallacy. It's fallacy because this administration itself is riddled with corruption. Previous administration all riddled with corruption. Corruption exists all over the world, but the one in Nigeria is fantastically, inimical. I mean, it is terrible. It is something that we cannot talk about. They've stolen so much and they are still stealing. There are a lot of things. Come on, look at a nation that claims that they have resources. Not just look at United Arab Emirates that even this Hushpupi ran into. What do they have there? They only have crude oil. But Nigeria, we have much more than crude oil. We have gold, we have human resources, we have bitumen. Just name it. We have things deposited in all states all over Nigeria. All they need to do is to be transparent and look at the people and say, look, we deserve to be great. We deserve to be better than what we are. We deserve to be higher than what we are. It's as simple as that. But rather than that, they will prefer, to be criminals. They will prefer to just oppress the people. And the people themselves love oppression. They love it. They love oppression. They love to be oppressed. I'm not saying everybody, but typical Nigerians, they love to be oppressed because they are learning the ropes. They are learning the trade. They are learning the know-how. They want to see how to oppress other people when they also get to that position. After all, who was Dino Melaye before? Do you know his father? No. Who was Atiku Abubakar before? Do you know his father? Who are these people before? We don't know them. One way or the other, they were able to rise in Nigeria one way or the other in politics and here and there, and they became what they are. Who knew Buhari's father before? But look at what's going on. So it's terrible. It's time we act. But before we act, let us educate ourselves. Let us remove the veil off from our eyes.
I say a very big thank you to those who have taken time to subscribe to this channel. And if you're yet to subscribe, kindly tap on that subscription button and also the red bell icon so you will be notified whenever videos such as this are uploaded.